The Taiwanese index, which is lower in trade right now, 0.6% there.
A lot of the things that we had built into and baked into our original proposal needed to undergo a change.
The chairperson has acknowledged the data that was provided by the industry.
We are probably at the end of the steel price cut cycle in the domestic market.
The company has gone ahead and acquired a US-based CPaaS company called Kailera.
Yet another record high on the Nifty. The Nifty Bank is well up, close to around 150 points.
Expect normal, when we say 10 to 12% kind of returns from the large cap indices.
My opinion, we have reached a stage or inflection point almost, where there is critical mass around electronics manufacture.
And that inflation isn't going away in a hurry.
19,100 on the Nifty as we speak.
MCX had extended his contract with 63 Moon Technologies as a service provider yet again.
Ransomware group has gone ahead and claimed responsibility for the incident.
There were a big marquee investors who wanted the bigger piece of the company.
The Nifty up around 1% and the markets have extended the gains.
You're with us here on a fresh new edition of a Closing Bell, last hour of trade coming up. We are coming to you from the CNBC-TV18 News studios. I'm Prashant. With me, my colleagues Rima and Surbi here in the studios, and Nigel is joining us from the newsroom floor. Guys, hi, good afternoon. The market following up with strong gains after day before yesterday's session, and I think that is heartening to see. So yesterday was a holiday. Day before was such a strong day where we basically hit 19,000, and today we are building on the gains. So strong gap up as the SGX was indicating, but more importantly after that we've only built on it. As we start this edition of 2:30, we are back at the day's high. 19,160 is the day high so far. We're practically there. This is the level we put out in the morning. The upper end of the rising channel is around 19,200, which is basically 40 points from where we are right now. You take that out, then you'll have to project higher levels. But 19,200 was the first number that we put out. On the way down, on the Nifty, just simply levels, I think perhaps you could keep as... But this is also now 200 points away because you're starting with such large gaps that any supports nearby... I mean, the 20-day is even further. The 40-day exponential is 18,874. And that perhaps is the closest that you can keep as a bit of a trailing reversal level. Bank Nifty is looking good. It's up about 0.95. It's actually picked up in the last 15 minutes of trade. That, based on Bollinger Bands, can head to 45,600. That's about 900,000 points away from where we are on the Bank Nifty. And on the Nifty Bank, again, the 40-day exponential comes in as a stop, which you perhaps could use. 44,100 is that level. That is a good 600 points away from where we are. Mid caps and small caps are higher, but it's interesting. They are lagging rather than leading what's happening on the Nifty and the Bank Nifty. Both those indices are up 1/3%, less than 0.5%, whereas the large cap frontline indices are up a full 1% respectively. Rima.
Hi, so the dream run continues on our markets, and the sustained inflows into the market is also driving a slew of block deals. Today I counted 7 block deals that have taken place in the market. The biggest one was Adani Transmission. You also had Bharti Airtel, where about 1.9 crore shares changed hands on, in the block window. Credit Axis, Grameen, TD Power, something we've been talking about. There was Godavari Power, Ease My Trip, where the promoters brought down their stake marginally. Bandhan Bank, 7 of them totally amounting to more than 7,000 crore rupees. Not just that, the IPO market is also very, very hot. Idea Forge has seen a total subscription of 70x. Sign DLM. The size of the IPO is about 600 crore rupees, 592 crores to be precise, and it's seen demand nearly 9,500-10,000 crore rupees. So the capital inflows in the markets continue. It's chasing whatever supply is being put out there, either by institutional or the promoters. Global markets are also fairly upbeat. Pull up the early rates on the European markets. There you have it. Up anywhere between 0.5% to 0.7% right now in the CAC, DAX and the FTSE. Surbi, this Friday afternoon, this Wednesday, holiday on Thursday, Friday, it's reminding me of that song in Kal Ho Na Ho. Or maybe I'm getting the movie right, but movie wrong. But where's the party tonight? Which movie is it in?
party, I think it's probably the same movie. You are right on the movie. I think if the Bulls had their way, they would want to keep the market open on Saturday and Sunday.
I think that's what she said, right?
This is one Friday where the Bulls wouldn't complain if the market was open tomorrow. It's that kind of a market.
0.5% daily compounding interrupt rate.
But yeah, it's been phenomenal to say the least. And we're actually the better performing market in Asia. Europe, like you pointed out, Europe is actually doing very well. Most of those markets are at the day's high. But in terms of Asia, we are the big outperformers today. Some of the markets, particularly if you look at China, mainland China or Hong Kong, they've kind of eased off a little bit, but Europe is giving us good company. That was the Asian picture earlier in the morning. Okay, so back to our screen. The other thing is that this party or this bull charge, whatever you want to call it, it's so heady that there's hardly any stock that's sitting out. I mean, out of the Nifty 50, at least 45 stocks are decisively higher. I mean, properly in green territory. There are only 3 or 4 stocks that are actually negative. And the 3 key ones are on your screens right now. ICICI Bank, Adani Ports and Apollo Hospitals. They are the only ones where there's significant red, at least 1% or more. But otherwise, it's been a very well-rounded rally. Autos have led from the front, and that continues with the names like M&M. Of course, and there is IT. Infosys is leading that tally with a 33-point contribution. And of course, the HDFC Twins, TCS, there's literally no stopping. I just want to add the AMC stocks as well, because that's the other major headline of today's trading action. They've actually held on to the gains, whether you're looking at UTI, AMC, or you're looking at HDFC, AMC, I mean, any of them. Most of those stocks are still up between 5% to as much as 12-13%. And that's on hopes that whenever we get this new proposal from SEBI, it will be, of course, way less onerous than what was being proposed earlier. So that's the AMC rally that's going on. But hey, Nigel, if the Bulls manage to keep the market open, will you be happy or sad about that? Hypothetical question. Don't worry. It's still a holiday. I'm reiterating that.
I need to party on the weekend. So, and I think Rima was talking about where's the party tonight. I think it is Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna. I think that was the movie.
Okay.
Where's the party tonight? Yeah, I think. But anyways, getting back to the markets, a beautiful looking screen, right? The only word of caution out here is on the PCR, and it overshoots on both sides. I've seen it even move towards 0.6 odd, so maybe it overshoots on the downside, that 0.7 odd. And on the upside, we're closer to around 1.5 now. Now, put writing is getting very, very easy. We've got a big data point coming out of the United States tonight. And there are some challenges on the domestic front as well. But the Bulls don't want to listen to any of that. For the time being, we're at the high point of the day. We had a 105 point gap up, and we're up close to around 150 points. So that's telling you we're building on the gains. The options data is looking quite interesting. The 2 most active strikes today is 19,100 put. So the put writers are feeling good. Premiums around 70 rupees approximately. And on the upside, 19,200 call. Well, that as well is fairly active. So you just plug in the 60 rupees and the 70 rupees out there. You'll get your broad range. You want the Nifty to hold on to the 19,030 odd mark on the downside. On the upside, 19,260 odd. That could be the next level you're watching out for on the up.